This was the year of 2000, let me get this right, I want to say 2016, 2017. I'm leaning towards 2016. And basically I remember back then we had it all, right? We had the Snapchat, the Instagram, all the good stuff. And I remember there just came a point in time where I deleted everything, with the exception of Facebook. Everything was gone. Snapchat gone. Instagram gone. Facebook was still there. Okay, so I get, that was my only exception with like family, friends, and relatives and whatnot, but none of the other hip stuff. And I remember, my justification for that was I'm a private person. I don't want to put my life out on there. And there's maybe about 4 or 5 people that I genuinely care about, that I don't see every day, that I care about what they're doing. Like, I'm genuinely interested. And that was just my mindset. I was like, hey, if we're an acquaintance, I do not care that you were walking your dog. As harsh as that sounds. And I apologize if anyone's offended. But back then, that was my mindset. It was like, hey, I'm a private guy. I'm not going to start posting about my personal life. And if you're not in my close circle, I don't really want to see yours either. Now, based off of that, and based off this idea of, going on there, just all the negativity that you would see on there, right? Everyone, just people being upset, people being in negative moods. And the thing that would really mess with me is, on one sense, you have, and I would argue that you have so much negativity on social media, right? Where there's people complaining, upset about things, or just problems. And I think the real tragedy is that, regardless of social media, these problems exist, right? The fires in Australia, they exist. If social media wasn't a thing, maybe not many people would know about it. But that doesn't mean that it wouldn't exist. It still would. But at the time, I didn't understand that. I just saw social media as a gateway to, to negativity. I would 100% demonize social media. I was in a place where if I saw 3 people sitting around the table on their phones, I'd look at them and just shake my head and go, these poor people, man, look at them, lost by communication. This is sad. This is sick. They need some help. That was honestly my mindset back then. And another thing that I also noticed was anyone who was being positive, right? The guys who were writing, a motivational quote in the morning, or the guy who was going out on a run at 6 in the morning, they were getting a lot of negativity. People were saying, hey man, we don't care that you're going out on a run. We don't care that you're doing this and that. And I really felt like the negativity was outweighing the positivity. That I was in this mindset of negative people, for whatever reason, are just louder than positive people. Now I'm in a different mindset, and I have a different perspective on that. But back then, that was my thought. And I was like, I do not want anything to do with social media. It's like, it is not for me. I do not want to see what other people are doing. I'm doing my own thing. And as time goes on, a couple months pass, there's no desire, right? I'm 6 months in. I'm not thinking about Snapchat, not thinking about Instagram. Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, Dana, what happens when you meet people at parties and they go, hey, man, what's your IG? Hey, man, what's your Snap? I'll tell them, I don't have IG. And they say, oh, okay, well, what's your Snap? And I'll be like, I don't have Snap either. And they look at me as if I'm an alien. And they're like, what? Do you have a phone? And I'm like, yeah, man, I have a phone. Here's my number. I'm like, if you care, if you really, really want to talk to me, you'll just text me. You just text me or you'll call me. That was my mindset back then. But yeah, man. And then I don't think about it again. Just social media was just not a part of my life. And I would, for a big part, it was not for me. The filters, the likes, I was like, I'm not falling into it. I'm as if it made me better than other people. Being in this mindset of, I'm not on social media. I'm still pure. I don't care about likes and this and that. Like it was weird, right? Because what happens is when you make a certain decision, when you make a certain behavior, you're going to say things in order to back up that behavior. So you make yourself feel good. So you say, yo, I am making the right choice. So let's fast forward, ladies and gentlemen. We go through, and again, I don't even bat a second eye to it. Whenever people ask me and say, hey, Daniel, why don't you have social media? I'll tell them what I just told you. Hey, man, I do not care what other people are doing. I don't care about the likes. I wouldn't post anything. I want to keep my life private. Right? Besides, again, the only thing was on Facebook. I wanted to be connected to aunts and uncles and all that good stuff. Now, with that said, that was 2016. In 2019, the summer of 2019, I go, you know what, man? I want to start a YouTube channel. Now, it's not going to be about me. It's not going to be about my personal life, but it's going to be about just this general idea of growth, personal growth, self-development, psychology, all that good stuff. It's fantastic. I'll jump into that. Next thing you know, man, I'm watching this video. It was a Gary Vaynerchuk talk. He's doing a seminar in Australia. And again, this was 2019 in the summer. And he's talking about something. And all of a sudden he goes, no matter what you want to do in life, whether you want to sell an online course, whether you want to be a lawyer, whether you want to be an influencer, no matter what you want to do, you need to post on social media. And he broke it down like this. He said, no matter what you want, no matter what I want you to do, I need your attention. Because if you don't know that I exist, how can I expect you to come to me? I can have the secret to life. But if you don't know who I am, if I'm not posting on social media, if I don't have your attention, then I don't have your business either. So really, my friends, he was the one to paint this picture of building a personal brand. In the sense of, hey man, whatever you have to offer, this value, because everybody has something to offer. Everybody, I'm a huge believer in that. Everybody has at least one skill that they can offer to the world. And what you can do is when you start, putting yourself out on social media, is you're giving back to the community. You're giving back to the society. And that leads to things like enriching knowledge and collaboration and just really taking advantage of this unbelievable technological revolution. The fact that I can sit here and text my friend, so I live in Canada, and I can just text my friend who's over in Italy with the snap of my fingers and we can go back and forth. That is freaking remarkable. And I think many people are underestimating it. So anyways, my friends, back to the story. I hear his talk and he's saying, you know what, if you don't have social media, no matter what you're going to do, get it. Put your value out there. Give it to other people. Then let them comment on it. Work together so not only you can grow and they can grow, but it helps the community grow. Whether you want to be a lawyer, whether you want to be any sort of job, occupation, any art, a freelancer, whatever, it would be a shame not to use social media for its networking, for being connected to people, for learning more. And there was something, and I know I didn't do him justice, and we'll see, I might just have his video, that bit that I saw in the description. For whatever it was, man, it just clicked a different way. And I remember as soon as that happened, man, on that day, I made an Instagram account. On that day, what else did we do? I made a TikTok account. I made a LinkedIn account. A little bit later, I made a Snapchat account. Now we're on everything, right? And ever since that, man, I've never looked back. And I think the main message that I really, really want to emphasize is, when Gary Vee was saying his thing, the thing that really, I think, flipped the switch for him was he said, a lot of people think that social media makes them insecure. A lot of people think, like I did, that social media makes them insecure. But he believed that social media does not make you insecure, but it exposes you for who you really are. That social media doesn't force me to follow people who post negative stuff. I press the follow button. I am in control of who I follow and who I don't follow, of who I interact with and who I don't interact with. And if I see a 20-year-old who's a millionaire because of what X, Y, and Z, and I choose to get jealous, that's on me. I can look at him. I can choose to get inspired. I can just not look at him. I cannot follow him. Social media, my friends, is completely free. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, you do not have to pay to sign up. And I really just looked at social media as this gateway to networking, to meeting people, to building a following for yourself and for what you do. So that later on in life, 5-10 years from now, you have a sort of a platform. And now it's a lot easier for you to either do business, partnerships, collaborations, and also for other people. Maybe someone is looking for exactly the thing that you have to offer. I'll say that one more time. What are the chances that someone is looking exactly for what you have to offer at this very moment? And if all you did was just post a YouTube video, post something on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, they could find you and boom. Now, whether that's you're going to get a relationship out of it, or you're going to get business out of it, whether that's up in the air. So, my friends, that is the story of how for 3 years, absolutely no social media, because I was just in a different mindset, and all it took was watching another individual, hearing him articulate the idea of social media in a certain way that I've never thought of before. And boom, now we're on all of them.